Good morning, everybody. Today is Monday, August 22nd. I'm Dave Chudowski with your 3 News Now morning update. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me here on the WKYC YouTube page. And we're going to start with Holly for a check of today's forecast. Hi there, Holly.
Well, hey, Dave, and good morning to each of you. Hope you had a fabulous weekend. And I mean, it was definitely an interesting weather weekend with those on and off downpours. And yesterday, we certainly saw our share of stormy weather into the evening and even severe storms. So more of the same anticipated today. The potential of severe storms, especially later. Can't rule out a downpour, a thunderstorm really at any time today, depending on when you're tuning into this. You can see on our National Design Mart forecast that we have that tendency once again. So those heavy rains, small hail, gusty winds, chances do fade as we start to get into later tonight. And it looks like we should wake up to some pretty quiet weather heading into your Tuesday and gradually clear tomorrow. Wouldn't surprise me at all if we start tomorrow seeing some fog, very similar to yesterday, just again because of all the moisture we've had in place. But it looks like we are going to switch those patterns up a bit, and midweek looking really nice, looking summery. Mostly sunny skies, highs will be in the 80s. We'll be around 80 on Friday, and that'll be our day to see a stray shower or storm before we really boost those numbers. Dave, this weekend, it's back to pool weather, highs from the low to middle and even upper 80s on Sunday.
Looking great.
Yeah.
All right, Holly, thank you. Well, as Holly talked about, let's take a look. We're getting a look at some of that weather that moved through Northeast Ohio Sunday. This funnel cloud was spotted in Harpersfield Township. Ashtabula and Lake counties were under tornado warnings in the evening. While this video is ominous, as of this morning, there were no reports of any tornadoes actually touching down in the area. And Harpersfield wasn't the only place to see severe weather yesterday. Heavy downpours led to some bad flooding in Lorain County. Several streets were underwater and many homes suffered flooding as well. Our Elyria Sparra has more.
At Hamilton and Washington, the rain came down so hard the sewers could not keep up with the water. While they struggle outside, inside it looked the same. Debbie Boyd's basement had 8 inches of water.
That's my sump pump, so it's trying to keep up with all the water, but when it's like that, it's telling me that it's running off of the battery and everything. To try and keep up with it is letting us know that it can't keep up with it.
It's not the first time for Boyd, but it's the first time some residents have seen a mayor just minutes after the storm ended. I asked him about the sewer issues.
5 inches of rain in such a short period of time. That the whole system is, when you're working on these older systems, you deal with challenges like this.
Crews have already been dispatched here and here at Eli Village. Residents say the flooding covered some cars and backyards, and this is similar all across Elyria. We even found a power line hot and on the ground. Back at the Boyd home, Monday is a day of cleanup, a messy one, but she has no choice.
It'll be a cleanup process of a good week or so.
That was Lydia Aspar reporting. Now the water already started to recede overnight, so that is the good news. Well, developing this morning, teachers in Ohio's largest school district are on strike this morning. Columbus teachers voted to strike last night after months of negotiating. The school year starts on Wednesday, and the city's mayor is calling on the teachers' union and school board to return to the negotiating table. Teachers are expected to hit the picket lines at 7 a.m. this morning. So they have done that. Well, an update from over the weekend: in the July explosion at Timken Steel Plant, an employee has died from injuries sustained during the explosion. Death of 34-year-old Joseph Farrell was announced on a GoFundMe page over the weekend and confirmed by the company. The explosion happened back on July 26th at the company's Faircrest plant in Canton. Timken Steel said in a statement they are supporting employees with counseling resources. Meantime, Farrell's family members are protesting at the moment here this morning as they look for answers. An investigation into the cause of the explosion is underway. In Akron this week, organizers are hosting the Jalen Walker Week of Action. The group, the Freedom Bloc, is hosting the week to further political and voting education, build leadership, and build relationships in the community. Wednesday will be Justice for Jalen Walker Day. Walker was killed by Akron police officers in June, sparking protests that went on for weeks.
The more you focus on the change that we need in this community, the better things are going to be. But I promise you, the more you focus on trying to defend those over 90 bullets, the harder it's going to be for you.
There will be public meetings throughout the week, which end with a march on Sunday. The Freedom Bloc has held several rallies since the death of Walker and is also gathering signatures for an amendment that would create a civilian review board for Akron police. Many ticket holders are frustrated after major confusion at Blossom Saturday night. Cleveland Orchestra was scheduled to play its Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets show, already delayed for 2 seasons because of the pandemic. But when a storm and lightning moved in, people who had tickets for the lawn were allowed to move under the pavilion for safety. But while that was happening, some people who were still trying to get in Blossom were mistakenly told the concert was canceled, while others were told the venue wasn't letting anyone else in.
No, the show's going on, but we're not letting anybody else in. So that's kind of when it went south, and I realized what was going on is that they were giving the lawn people that were already there, or just the people in general, the tickets under the pavilion, which is where my seats were.
Cleveland Orchestra released a statement saying the decision was made for safety due to severe weather with the threat of lightning throughout the venue. For anyone who couldn't get in to see the show, the orchestra is offering either a ticket exchange or a refund. You can get all the information on the 3 News app or WKYC.com. An update now on the E. coli outbreak in Ohio and neighboring states. Wendy's is removing romaine lettuce from sandwiches at select restaurants following the outbreak. So far, health officials have not confirmed the lettuce as the source of the bacteria, but nearly 40 illnesses have been reported after people ate in Wendy's here in Ohio and in Michigan and Pennsylvania. CDC says investigators are working to find out whether the romaine lettuce used in the sandwiches was sold at other businesses. Well, I want to thank you for taking the time to join me for this 3 News Now morning update. Our digital team will continue to bring you the stories making headlines around Northeast Ohio and the world. Make sure to continue to check our social media pages and WKYC.com throughout the day. I'm Dave Chudowski for Holly Strano and the rest of the GO team. We will see you tomorrow morning starting at 4:30 a.m. on GO. Have a great day, everybody.